Well, hello there and welcome back to Minecraft. So, last time if I recall, we built this lovely apartment building so I actually have somewhere to live, and we also built a mushroom farm somewhere down there, and I'm really happy with what we've done. So now, I really want to spend a lot of time focusing on getting at least the rest of this street, but preferably the rest of the city, constructed so that I can actually start enjoying it and living here. So now I did actually already design a hospital to go around my villager breeder and conversion center. So basically, I chose a hospital because villagers live and are born and die and are cured here. So I figured that was kind of appropriate. And that'll give me something to surround this hideous monstrosity. And I kind of like the design I came up with. It probably needs a few tweaks, but it's pretty nice overall. But the problem is, I realized when I was gathering materials for it that I need some black concretes and I think some black wool as well. But basically, I need black stuff, and I have no source of black dye. Now, I was considering a while ago maybe building a wither rose farm, but I don't know how to do that. I figure that's a lot of work, and I don't want to mess around with the wither right now. So I'm going to do something else that I've never done before, and I'm going to build an ink farm. Yeah, that's right, ink. The other easy source of black dye, actually, I guess that's the only other source of black dye. But yeah, so, again, I've never built an ink farm before, but I think the design I've come up with is pretty good. I don't know what I'm doing. I did not actually look up any sort of tutorials or designs or anything when I was designing my ink farm. I decided to just wing it, and I think the design I came up with is pretty good. It's pretty efficient. I should get many stacks. In one overnight AFK session there, I'll probably have enough until we finish this world. But yeah, and now actually I already did talk to one of my brothers that he said he would need a lot of black dye, so that's even more reason for me to get this built. So the area where I'm thinking of building this is here. So over there is where I've been deforesting for wood, and then over here, this is actually a pretty good area. So right here is a river biome, which is where the squid would spawn, obviously, since they're a squid. But if we come over here, this is actually a birch forest, even though it's water. And then, there's even, water that's sparse jungle around here. Now, this, I think, might be a river. Oh, no, this is still birch forest. But it doesn't matter. We don't need to clear out too much water, because we're actually going to be AFKing up in the sky for this. So, things shouldn't spawn too far, things will be far enough away that they shouldn't spawn. So, here, So this right here is the actual coordinate. So let's just build up to the AFK platform and see how much we're going to need to clear out. So my actual AFK platform is going to be right here. So I'm going to be AFKing about in this spot, more or less. So let's see, if I use my... Oh, first I got to turn that off. So if we use mini HUD, we can actually render a sphere for where things will despawn, or be able to spawn and despawn. We're going to set the sphere right here and turn the rendering on. So now we can see anything inside this red sphere, anywhere inside this red sphere, things can spawn. Outside the red sphere, things aren't going to spawn, or, they would despawn instantly if they did. So really, the only water we need to clear out is any river biome in this sphere, which isn't a whole lot. So, let's see, over here... Oh, actually, you know what? I'll use another feature of the mini HUD. So let's open up the mini HUD, renderers, overlay biome borders. So this will actually show where the biomes are. So let's see, right in here is a river biome, and we can see these green blocks represents the border of the river biome. Out here is a sparse jungle biome, and you can see all of this water here that's to the left or to the right of this border this water is all sparse jungle, so that doesn't need to go. Let's see. We got river up here. Here's more sparse jungle. Yeah, so basically, you know, we just need to clear out the water inside this green border, which shouldn't take all too long, hopefully. Unfortunately, my older brother currently has my sponge, and I need that back. But I guess I could get started with placing down the actual blocks. Alright, so I see my older brother just logged on, so let's go find him and pester him for my sponge. Alright, so I assume he's over by his base, so let's go. I want my sponge. Okay, his base is really not safe. I wonder if he knows his base is not spawn-proof. Okay, he does not seem to be here. I think he is working on making a stacking raid farm somewhere, so maybe we can go find where that is. Yeah, he's nowhere to be found. I wonder where he's making this raid farm. Here, you know, it might be out by his shulker farm. His shulker farm is near spawn, so let's head over there. Yeah, actually, that's probably where it is. It's probably near his shulker farm. Oh yeah, I don't know if I showed this in the video yet, but we fixed our nether tunnels. It's safe now and easier to navigate. Oh, I hear people.
Hello.
Hello there. I hear music.
I just put your sponges over in the chest at the shopping district portal.
Okay, yeah, that's where I was just going to go get you to get them. Alright, well, that answers that question. So it's here in the shopping district. I still would like to know where his raid farm he's building is. That's definitely not all of them. That's definitely not all of them, but alright, fine, that's enough to get us started. Hello? And I got no sound from that chest. Weird. Alright, so we need to get to our guardian farms. Now, actually, I think I did light the portal, so if I really wanted, I could use the nether fortress to get there. Wait, I'm going the wrong direction. But I don't feel like using the nether fortress. So we will come here, we'll grab more rockets before we go, and then we'll go get our sand. This world is loading quite slowly today. Here we are at the Guardian Farm, and yeah, it's... Okay, fine. So, alright, that's all we have left here. Shoot, I could have sworn we had more. Well, I mean, that's fine. That'll have to do. So yeah, let's just... Wow. Alright, we'll have to make do with that. Granted that, you know, I don't think we have to clear out as big of an area as we did for this. Why is there this portal here? Why is there a portal here? Okay, so someone tried to go through the portal when it wasn't lit. Someone tried to go through the upstairs portal when it wasn't lit. Well, free obsidian. Luckily, I still had the contraption in my redstone testing world, and I'm doing it completely wrong. So, what we ended up doing was we had that. I need that again. And let's get a repeater. So we had that. We had a repeater. And then we had a redstone dust and a block. And then we went like this. It's kind of laggy, but it is definitely the fastest way to place this sand. So yeah, then we just have to do that about a million billion times, and voila. Well, ta-da! There it is. So this is my attempt at an ink farm. Now, I don't remember if I mentioned this before I started this project, but I did not look up anything about how these are usually done. I've never actually seen what an ink farm is supposed to be like. I just did what kind of made sense to me. So, if you take a look, it's actually quite simple. That I basically drained this river and now have a spot where from the entire Y space that squid can spawn, water gets dispensed every once in a while and then retracted so that the squid can fall and die. And yes, salmon die there too. I really don't care. But, you know, it was fairly straightforward. You know, just use a simple hopper clock and time the output. And I think it works fairly well. So, you know, I AFK'd for a night. So it was actually about a 12-hour AFK session. And yeah, but like even if you come in, yeah, it's completely overflowing. Oh wow. Yeah, see, it's overflowing all the way back here. Let's see, how far back does it go? Yeah, so that, oh, yep, there's where it overflows to. So, yeah, it's, oh, and I'm stuck. And, yeah, I'm stuck. Now, I don't know really anything about, you know, standard ink farms and how these things usually work. But I think this works fairly well. I mean, I already have more ink than I will probably ever need, which is fantastic. Because I hate having to struggle to get ink. I mean, I also used a little bit I got when I first built and started testing to be able to surround it in black glass. So I'm thinking that I will probably actually make some sort of a shop and sell it, because no one else on the server has any source, you know, any reliable source of black dye. And like both my brothers were pretty excited when they heard that I was doing this. This took many hours, and I was going to time-lapse it, but I figured it'd be pretty boring to watch me spend hours just draining water and then about 15 minutes building a farm. I mean, seriously, I put a beacon in, dug this out, and built this in maybe 15-20 minutes. It was really, really easy. So now I could build a quick shop for that, but I really don't want to do that today. I gotta come up with some sort of design that looks kind of good. And at some point, within the next couple of days, I'm actually going to be adding dark prismarine into the fishbowl shop because I don't currently offer it, and I'm sure somebody will want it. So now Ooh, that's nice. Oh yeah, so I know my older brother ended up building a raid farm. I think the design was by ENX04. I know it's the one that's being used that Impulse SV has on Hermitcraft. I know it's that one. I don't remember who exactly designed it, but he built it for the emeralds, and literally to him the totems are just extras. So I mean, all right, great, thanks. Speaking of my older brother, a couple weeks ago, he actually had something to show us, so most of the server gathered together in the shopping district.
Alright, you all here?
I have no arrows. Joseph, get down here.
Alright, you ready? Wait, where's Joseph?
He's on the roof.
He's up on the roof.
Okay. Ready?
Yes.
Ta-da!
Cookies! So I guess you needed all the iron for their fur. Alright, so how much are you selling them for?
I don't even know. Whatever
So
you
they're-
feel like paying. So you can take
So they're
a
free.
barrel here and you take a item frame and you can stick them up on the wall.
Oh, that's cute. I like that.
It's a picture of the dogs. Made in Minecraft. Ta-da!
Yeah, it doesn't look very good from the ground. It does not look good from the ground.
No, it does not.
There's a hole here.
Or the sky.
Mike, there's a hole here.
Where?
Right here where I'm standing. I'm standing in a hole.
Is there glow lichen? Oh no, or it's stone.
Is it supposed to be stone?
Yeah, sure.
Daisy's face looks pretty rough in the sky.
Well, yeah. I mean, everything does because the map color does not exactly match the actual block color. So that's why it looks pretty rough.
So I guess you like scaled down an image and then used one of those online things to convert it to get the material
but
list.
I did not use any. I did not. I did not use any sort of schematic though. I just placed block by block by schematic.
Well, you should have made a schematic and put it down and then placed block by block. That would have been easy.
But that takes the fun out of everything.
Yeah, I'm sorry. There's no way. No.
I'm gonna do another one.
So yeah, he had built map art, a picture of our dogs, Bella and Daisy, and they're adorable. And it goes very well here next to my desk. I can sit here while I'm dictating and I can observe my dogs. They don't look very cute when they're all pixelated like that, but trust me, they're adorable. Look how cute they are. Well, I actually really want to continue the city because I think it was last time we built our apartment building over there, which is nice. It's nice actually being able to sleep in the city. But the rest of the city's looking pretty ugly, and I think it's time that we dealt with this behind us. So I've gathered most of the materials, and I want to build it because again, this is an eyesore, and I'm getting tired of looking at it. So let's pick this up real quick. I think I've dug most of this out already for what I need. Without further ado, let's make our city a little bit more beautiful. Here we go. And ta-da! There it is. Hospital. So now, yeah, I did say, you know, I think it needs some work. And, you know, it's very basic, as you can tell. It is very much just a bunch of white boxes, and don't tell the Red Cross that I used that, because they get mad, evidently. But yeah, so I mean, I thought it fit the aesthetic I was going for of just, you know, it was very clearly a hospital. Even have a helicopter landing pad up there and an elevator down into the actual hospital. Now, most of this structure is empty. You know, like the upper part there is all empty. What we have is basically above here is the farmer and his potatoes, and the one villager. I have to replace the other one that died. And then in here is our overhauled villager conversion chamber. So I have a villager in there now from testing it, but it's smarter. So instead of having to go all the way over there to get a villager, I can just press this button here, and it shoots the minecart out of there, and they all get recycled. So after the villager comes here, I pull the lever to, or actually it's this lever to move this block to make him fall down, and then when I push the block back, this dispenser fires an arrow, and it recycles the minecart, so I'll never need to refill those, which is good. And you know, I have more arrows in here than I'll ever need, because I'm not going to be having, you know, 9 stacks worth of villagers. Let's see. So yeah, this is what calls the villager. This is what, if I do that, it'll move the block out of the guy's way so he can go through out of here. And that was smart. So last time or previously when I had this, it was a pain because the guy would sometimes try to run back here, but I did a smart. Ta-da! Villager cannot get back. No matter how much he tries, he cannot get back. He'll come up, he'll fall down, and then I can dispense a minecart and send him on his way. Now, when I'm not using this, I will close this wall up and get rid of the minecart track, you know, up to there. But for now, it's there because I still have to finish filling the Emporium. So I left that in place for now. But yeah, so, you know, again, I'll probably do some detailing and texturing and stuff on the exterior to make it look not terrible. And, you know, I'll like make flower beds and stuff and a path leading up to the door. You know, I can extend the sidewalk now, which is going to be nice. But yeah, and, oh, actually, I realized I can now update the map and see how it looks. And up, and I have to update the map below it as well. All right, fine. We'll do that. And that got updated. There. Well, that is very clearly a hospital. Oh, you know, it kind of bugs me that I did not make it symmetrical. I didn't even notice that when I was designing it and building it. Oh, yeah, that is kind of annoying that it's not symmetrical. That's fine. Alright, so that's going to be it for today. We got actually quite a lot done. We built a whole hospital and an ink farm. Now, the ink farm took a while, so, you know, I say that's all for today. You know, this took me weeks to put this episode together, you know, working on it off and on. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and consider subscribing. And until next time, so long.